Alright guys, alright, so I got the AC on again, so hopefully it's not too annoying. Alright, so this is going to be the last tutorial of the super scale build for the RC4WD Chevy Scottsdale. So yeah, I got these LEDs in today. These are warm white LEDs I found on Amazon. They're 12 volt. So I'm gonna have to rig up a system for supplying 12 volts or close to it anyway. I haven't tried it on a 5 volt circuit yet, but I will. That might come in handy for running like the running lights and stuff, because then they won't be overly bright. But anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of got it mocked up. I went ahead and installed the Chevy emblem today. So yeah, I'm gonna plug this rig here. Alright, so what we're gonna do is get this set up on the chassis. I have another chassis here that I'm gonna show you how this thing goes together. This is kind of partially built. So we're gonna remove some stuff. Lights aside somewhere. Alright, so basically you're gonna start out installing the two frame extensions, and then your rear cab mount, and then we'll install the fuel tanks, because these are what hold your electronics in place. So paint must still be sticky, but yeah, I've been waiting for these to dry to do the video. But anyways, yeah, we'll do that, and then there's two front cab mounts that basically clamp it to the frame, more for aesthetic purposes. But I guess if you remove the front clip on the frame, it'll hold the front of the cab down. So yeah, we'll get to that. So I'm gonna remove the bumpers while I'm here, because I want to make that. I'm gonna install a thicker screw there anyway. Probably should have done that before I started the video. Shouldn't take me too long. I'm going to set them right there. I'm going to put these back. So my front bumper is removed. Okay, so I guess we'll start at the front and work our way back. Alright, so the front frame extension has the revision for your servo. So it's going to lay flat underneath the radiator support, kind of tucked in there. And I guess if you ever wanted to, you could put like a plate here to hide it. But that's the best I could come up with to, get that in there and hidden, so that when if you do a V8 install, you don't want that a servo like hanging out in front of it or behind it, or however RC4WD does it. So I integrated that right into this, and then you got your two your front mounts for the cab that screw into the radiator support, and then it's revised to do the leaf spring flip, because on a real truck the shackles always trail. So you have to do that if you're going to do this kit. So if you're set against that, then don't buy the kit because it ain't gonna work. Or you have to figure out how to make it work. But now there is a modification you gotta do to the frame. That front leading hole, screw hole, you have to cut out. Right, so this is the bottom side of the frame. You have to cut flush to the inside of this channel, and that's so that as you can see where that is, it's right down in front and right, basically right on the edge, right through the edge. So take your Dremel tool with a cut-off wheel and you know, cut that through, and then when you install your front piece, so this is going to slide in here. Now if it's rough, you're going to want to make sure that you get all of the burrs and everything out of here, and then you'll probably want to mount your servo in here first before you alright, so this is the one for my SCX10. So you're going to have the horn to the driver's side, and then your lead wire. So it's going to fit like so. Now you could actually come up over the top, or it is cut out here, so you could actually run it through the bottom. It's really up to you, your preference, how you want to do that. Having a hard time getting it in there for some reason. Okay, I see. Alright, so you gotta install it from the top. Then use your RC4WD drive screws to fasten it. But again, you know, basically all the holes on any of these prints you're going to want to pre-drill. So that'll go on like so. And yeah, I kind of blend. I didn't really have a choice because to get the bumper right height, I had to extend the frame out to the bumper. Yeah, this is the front. So this kind of fits in there like that. So that comes right up to the bumper, right? So if I would have extended it out, your bumper would be down here. I suppose I probably could have. Yeah, but then it wouldn't look. It wouldn't be scaled because the frame actually goes up here towards the front, not down here at the bottom of the bumper. That's why I raised it. So that's that. So this is with it installed. This is actually one of the prototype frame extensions. So this one isn't quite as correct as this one, but yeah. So we got the leaves reversed, so they're like they're supposed to, and it does change the wheelbase, but just a fudge. It actually makes it a tight, just a fudge. Shorter, I guess the word I was looking for. Alright, so once you have that, then we're going to install the rear cab mount, and don't install it like that because I got it on backwards. And I'm going to show you why here in a minute. Let me get my tools. So I got to remove that. So we're going to set this back to the side. We're going to come back to that when we get to the rear here. Great. I hope that wasn't in your way. So again, you're going to be using the RC4WD drive screws for this. do supply some of the hardware, but not all of it. If you already have it, why, you know? And I may have to drill the. Alright, so if you look at this, actually that's probably a better side. This right here is flat. Originally this was designed the same, it was mirrored, but I took this out right here, and if this is installed this way, now you got room, because this terminates right at the back of the cab, and this is where your battery's going to go. So when your fuel tanks are installed, would be on like something like this. The battery is going to go right, extend over the frame, over the fuel tank, and then behind the cab. So if it was on like this, this interferes with your battery. So you want it installed this way, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also the center screw is not in the print. I may add that, I don't know. Use the one screw, kind of get it put on the frame. And then you can just drill the other one out. I probably end up adding it here later. You guys are getting the first kit, so probably won't. You'll have to drill that hole. So, oh man. Kind of sucks, so I drilled it backwards, and now that hole is in the wrong spot. This is the drill I was looking for yesterday. I could not find it to save my life. So I might have screwed this one. I might have to print a new one. Alright, now, before I go to the fuel tank thing, we're going to cover this real quick. So the back is pretty much the same as the front, but if you notice there's this pocket right here, so the print is shaped the same way, just the negative, right? So you need to make sure that this is all cleaned out in here. And one thing that I found that worked really good, and since you probably have Lexan around, some 60 grit sandpaper, which I just literally had it right here. There it is. Alright, so basically I just took a piece of Lexan and then wrapped the 60 grit sandpaper. You want to kind of cut this slot right here, because it's gonna fit. It will fit tight, and that's okay. But I mean, you shouldn't have to like use a ton of force to get it on. So you want to make sure that's clean. You might need to take an X-Acto knife and cut out any stray pieces of filament. And then, you know, you sand this down. The top is going to be rough because that's the side that I have the facing down. And then I have supports holding this up because these right here, trying to think of a way I might be able to fix that, but I don't think there's a really way. But anyways, you know, this is where your bumper mounts. So your bumper is going to slide in here. And then you may want to cut them down so it's not sticking through. But a couple ways you can do it. Later on, we may end up doing a bed mount system where you actually unscrew it from the top to pop the box off. This version, we're using the fuel tanks and the original stock hole for removing the body. So basically, you're going to have the bumper attached to this, and then you take those two screws out, and then the bumper just slides out, and you can remove the box. But I may change that later or make it an option. I don't know. Right now I'm just trying to get this thing done and on the market, and then we'll continue to improve. I mean, we'll probably never stop improving this. So yeah, don't wait for that to happen because you'll be waiting for a long time. So once you have this all cleaned up, painted and everything, this is gonna slide in here. Right? And then you're gonna wanna drill your holes out. You want to use some like dish soap, some like Dawn dish soap. Kind of helps lubricate this plastic. Otherwise it kind of gets hot and just kind of will stick to the drill and kind of make a mess. Right? Now I did it. Got it. So yeah, exactly why you should probably use some dish soap on that. Or you could use like WD-40 or whatever, but anyways, that's really it as far as that, you know, the frame extension. So I'm gonna set this aside. Make room for this. Okay, so again, same thing. Aha. Alright, so I'm gonna drill out holes on the tank. Alright, so this is adjustable, but you should need the center holes. It should be the right location, and this is the back. So you got this hole, and I believe it's this hole, but this has got a slot right here for those two holes, and then it's adjustable about 1/8 of an inch either way, and then it should be flat with the bottom of the frame rounds. And I of course did not get hardware pre-set up. Hey, stop it. Alright, so those are in there good and tight. Still, I think we're ready to put this guy on. You know what, bro? I think I want to get my servo wire to the top. So I think what I'm going to do is probably go up through the radiator support and then up and around, probably paint the cable black. Actually, it might not even fit. Okay, never mind. Suppose I could make an extension. I'll probably have that thing cab, or I'll have the cab on and off a number of times, so I'll have time to change that anyway later on if I want to. Alright, so set this back here. So now I'm gonna lay something down. Too much junk out here in my limited space to work. Yeah, now I'll be looking for all kinds of stuff because it'll be all underneath this thing. Alright, so now when you fit your cab on here, it does fit really tight to the frame rails. These two here, these supports. So you may have to dress them up with a file to get them to fit. I've had this sitting on here on and off a number of times already, so okay. So your rear mounts and your you know what? I gotta drill the two holes for the radiator support. You know what? I can barely see where them were. So I think I'm going to use the mount to locate those holes. So yeah, you might, when you're painting this stuff, you might want to install a couple screws like on all this stuff so that you don't fill in the holes. So that's something else to be mindful of when you're building this kit. So then I'm gonna do the two, the front of the cab and the two backs here. Okay, now I'm gonna need longer rear screws. These two screws I may have to supply you with, because I don't think the RC4WD screws are long enough. So yeah, we want to get a measurement. Three-quarter. Yeah, we got to put it all together and then see how things line up. And if things don't line up, then you got to take it all back apart. Okay, now I need my front cab mounts. I was just telling you about. So your front cab mounts look like this. So you got that little hole right there. So this is notched for the frame, and it's gonna line up with that hole. Now it does look like it should be kind of flat. Let me see what I got here up front. So if I'm sitting good here, you may want to I don't know, I think I'm going to leave it. Alright, I'm going to try these. I have a feeling it's going to poke through the floor though. Maybe not. And a little scale detail is to add a washer. Because they have those big washers on the rubber dampers. They go on the bottom of the cab mount. Alright, so I'm gonna get the screwdriver ready. Dang, that's probably too long. Yeah, of course it's not sticking up too far though. Let's see if it's noticeable in there. But yeah, I'll have to shop around, find something that works better. But you can see, you take a black Sharpie or something, a black marker, go around. Alright, so that's what that looks like. So now I'm ready to drill my holes. I thought I had a lost result. This is where actually a countersink head actually works kind of better because it centers the washer. Now, doors still work. Doesn't look like anything's been distorted. Alright, so you can see the fuel tank here, so my battery should fit there. Actually, it'll probably go more like so. So this tank's gonna hide your battery leads, and then your receiver will go in this tank, and any other goodies you can find in there. Now, if the dash was full, you can actually hide stuff behind the dash too. I want to do an engine set on this, but I think I'm gonna hide it in this area between the box and the frame. Maybe I'll print something, make it look like it has a third fuel tank or something. Who knows? Alright, so yeah, moving on. Alright, so I guess next will be to install a box. Yeah, once we got the box installed, we're done. And now I'll start building it. I got the R4 trans. I don't have the scale engine. So RC4WD Drive, if you're watching, send me a free engine. So yeah, hopefully this is gonna work. So I guess what I'm gonna do is we'll start with loosely installing bumper on here. I'll run some shorter screws. Kind of looking like I might need to do some adjustments. What did I do with that screwdriver? Oh, that was something else I'm gonna go over. The screw. Oh, this side's high. The other side's low. So it is kind of a little flimsy. Now, like I said, we can adjust the fuel tank to bring this back, but you're looking like, I guess that looks alright. the other thing too is when you have your battery in there, you could put something on top of the battery to level this out too. Which I probably should have shown that with battery installed, because that battery is like perfect. But you can see it's kind of sagging, and then I think I'm gonna move my tank out that way and bring my box, spread the box out in the cab. Although the wheels are perfect. Can't really do much of the cab. Shoot. So, but yeah, I'm gonna adjust that later. I think I've shown what you needed to know anyways to put one of these things together. So working on kits now, and I got a few more parts I gotta print. I gotta start a new part probably tonight. That's those seat perches. The seat perches, and then yeah, this back cab mount. I need to print a set of those, and then I'll have enough parts for 4 kit builds, and then I'm gonna start the whole process over, and then continue to tune the machines, because they were printing like crap, but they are printing pretty good now. Cabs, like the floor pans, are the first thing I started, and they were really rough. They still are. I don't know that I'm gonna ever get rid of that, but I finally figured out you can actually, like for the supports, you can make it print a flat layer on top of the support, and that seemed to have helped. In fact, the fuel tanks, one of the first parts. So this is kind of the same thing as this right here, right? So you can see how smooth that is. So that's how the next batches should be. But you know, each one of these cost me what, $60-$80 in filament. It doesn't look like very much, but there's a lot of crap here. I lost count. I think there's like 30 parts altogether that make this kit up. So anyways, yeah, I think it's time to conclude the tutorial series, and then I'm gonna move on with it, finishing this build outside of the tutorial. I mean, now that I'm doing the business in this channel, I'll probably do videos of this as I go. Oh, the front bumper. We didn't do that, did we? Oh, it's a little crooked. Ooh, I might have missed. Wow. Uh-oh. I might have to fix that. Shoot. Yeah, it shouldn't be crooked like that. Oh, yeah, I see it bad. Dang. Wow, it's so bad that it's actually fixable, because it's so far off that I totally missed I totally missed the holes. Finally. I had no idea why it would not thread. That was crazy. Alright, so now bumper's good. It's pretty loose. When you oh, that's a 5/16 drill. On the rear side, you kind of want that um, tight, or I mean loose, but on this front bumper, you want that tighter. So just going to add some tape, see what that does. It's kind of strange how this side's a little bit more. Alright. Now what I'm going to do screwed up. Alright, so now I need what I should probably do is put these screws in from the top. Next time I take it apart. There would be it. I guess it's crooked. It's probably like a real one. Alright. Okay, now we're going to conclude the tutorial. So there should be. Oh, that actually fixed that. This side's a little. You know, that's something I might do too. You could just put a couple pusher screws and push this thing apart. Right? And it's not like it's. Oh. You know what? Oh, they are. Oh, that's pretty cool. flexes the box. Alright, I'm not done yet. I thought I was. Okay. So now I got better gap. This side's still a little, and it's sitting kind of sagging too. Another thing I could do is I could cut that out a little bit, but it's already painted, so that's maybe something you want to consider is completely building it before you paint it, because you can make adjustments that way as well. So it's crazy, I got all this light in here, and I don't have very good lighting at the table. The doors look pretty good, huh? And yeah, the hood. It's probably so yeah, this thing's gonna be pretty sweet. So yeah, the next part of the build is gonna be installing the transmission, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that working without the engine cover or the motor cover. For now, you guys need to buy some kits so I can afford to buy an engine cover. Then yeah, we'll be starting to work on other scale detail. Battery, I want to install the inner fenders, brake booster, heater box, windshield wipe washer fluid reservoir. Oh, if you notice, this has got the air ducts for the cold air induction, so I added that to the support. You could take like 1/4 inch that corrugated wire loom and make like make the air ducts. So that was something I added. And then of course it's got portholes for your wiring, so when I wire this, I'm gonna pull the grill out and route my headlight wiring through the grill and then up through the back the other side here and then to the firewall like it should be. I might even print a little plug thing, or kind of like a fake plug thing anyway, make it look like it's there. Scale is in the illusion of detail. But this side turned out awesome. So this is what you're looking for right here. This is probably a little too narrow. I was looking at the truck out back and that thing's far apart, but who knows, that truck's probably been taken apart and it might be wrong, so. But yeah, for your scale rig, man, I don't get any more scale than this. Alright guys, so we'll see you in the next one.